What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Stanley T from WearTesters.com, here to give you a performance review of what you've been waiting for. It is the Air Jordan Superfly 2017. Next up is the traction. The traction on the Air Jordan Superfly 2017 was awesome, magnificent, consistent, and the key word in there is consistent. With a lot of previous models that I myself have played in particularly, there were a lot of inconsistencies in terms of traction pattern, utilizing how it grips down to the floor, whether it be playing indoor or outdoor. However, for this case, indoor, outdoor, the traction pattern and the traction utilized was really well done. Nike and Jordan Brand utilized a analytical data mapping in regards to how your feet are, I guess, pressure points and how your feet would land or how your feet would plant in terms of movement or landing upon jumps. So the formality of how this design pattern was utilized was really well thought out and really well done. It's almost as close as being as great as XDR rubber compound. However, not quite there, because on certain occasions when you do get dust or dust particles in between certain groove areas, you'll occasionally will have to wipe, which is normal, especially when you play on dirty courts. But however, in this case, the traction was really well done. It was really good, and it's one of the key aspects and one of my highlights in regards to this particular shoe. Next up, the cushion. The cushion utilized in the Air Jordan Superfly 2017 is the brand new innovative React foam cushioning. At this case, I'm still waiting for it to react, which is, it's not a shot at Jordan Brand or Nike, because it is the first time for them utilizing this type of innovative format of a cushion setup, a brand new, cushion setting on a particular shoe, such as a new model like this. It does take time to evolve. They do have to do a lot more testing in my professional opinion. The cushion itself was a little bit more firm than I expected. I wanted something more plush and a little bit more pushback. In which any case, it's almost like something in reference to the original Crazy Light series from Adidas. They applied boost to the shoe, however, it didn't work the way it wanted to, so it took about 2 to 3 to even 4 years for them to correct themselves on how to utilize boost in a proper manner for athletes. So it wasn't until the Crazy Light Boost 2015, 2016 where the boost was almost to the point where it's like, oh my god, it's magnificent. It provides enough feedback while firm and low to the ground. In which case, for Jordan Brand and Nike, the React foam is something of an evolution of how to utilize a brand new innovative technology of cushioning. So a lot of the feedback that I do get is from the internal the insole, the Ortholite insole actually. So I mean, it was a slightly more I guess less firm in this particular model compared to the Hyperdunk. However, again, I still personally need a little bit more feedback, a little bit more cushioning, especially for the type of big man game that I do play. I play inside and outside, so which any case, hopefully it's a step in the right direction, and I hope to see something more vastly improved and evolved within the next model. Materials. Now, this is what we're talking about. It's almost similar something to like a 90s shoe. Is that necessarily a bad thing? Absolutely freaking not. The materials utilized in this particular model for the Air Jordan Superfly 2017 is a full-length nubuck material from toe box to midfoot to heel. So you're getting what you're paid for. The rest of the shoe is other than the rubber compound, the rubber mids, the cupped midsole, it utilizes React cushioning, which I've previously explained. And also within the interior of the shoe, you have some minor neoprene lining for the materials not to stretch out as much for durability. And also if you can see it clearly, which I'll probably provide pictures later on in the post, is that you have some heel or Achilles pillows to help you a comfortable lockdown while not protruding you in terms of pushing the material against the back of your heel or Achilles, because I've had that series happen before and it was very uncomfortable. For which any case, in this particular model, it knocks it completely out the water because it feels very comfortable. So you have premium materials on a premium basketball shoe, which is what we've been waiting for a while, ever since Jordan Brand is continuing to change its perception and change its way back to performance and not just the retro line. So this is it's really exciting stuff. I'm hoping to see more stuff like this in the future. So it is on to the fit, and before you start questioning it, I do have a slightly wider foot, so for the fit itself, I do actually recommend true to size. Don't question me on this basis, because on any case, you might consider half a size down or half a size up. Don't do it. Why? Because of the materials and the build of the shoe itself. Although it was it did provide quite a snug fit on trying to put on the shoe. Not like KD9 snug, but it is almost like a one-piece booty where the tongue does have stretch materials. So when you pull the materials out to put your foot in, it takes a little bit of a struggle momentarily, but once you get your foot in, you're completely locked in. The shoe almost feels like just a part of your feet in some sort of way, I guess you can say that, or I wish I could word it better. However, in this case, the also addition to that part is the cupped midsole and the rubber outsole. Having the cupped midsole, it does feel snug on your foot for a little bit, along with the nubuck materials built on this particular model. However, with the heat retention ensuing into your feet, after 1 or 2 games, the material starts to slowly expand. But however, it's not a bad thing, because with the expansion, with the heat ensuing inside your foot, it helps the material contour to your feet and wrap around your feet very, very nicely. On occasionally, once that happens, you might need to relace your shoe a little bit, maybe a little bit tightly. Once that's in, you have no problem whatsoever playing the next game and whatnot. So in regards to the fit, I definitely would recommend staying true to size. Is the support of the Air Jordan Superfly 2017. Really, it just naturally comes from the fit, from the internal heel counters to the interior Achilles heel pillars or the pillows, and the shank plate that's built into the midfoot. It provides the enough stability and protection in regards to how your feet flow naturally. The other thing that I do want to add is that as you can see the traction from the molding up to the side, it almost creates an extensive outrigger and multiple facets of your feet, or the areas of your feet, where anytime you provide or do a quick movement or cut, it almost seems like it helps you maintain your stability in regards to your foot not rolling over. So having these extensive notions or rubber compound that's data mapped and contoured to your feet, it really provides that extra oomph or stoppage to provide you enough support where you don't have to second guess your movement. So this outsole traction utilized with the data mapping analytics, along with the materials, and really provides great support overall. The other exception would be, of course, in my personal opinion, I do need a little bit more support in terms of cushioning, because I for my knees and my legs at my age, which I'm not going to say. Overall, I do really like playing in the Air Jordan Superfly 2017. It's one of the most complete shoes that you can have out in the market. It's pretty much neck and neck with the Hyperdunk. Not to say that's a comparison. It's actually not a bad thing, because the Hyperdunk series has always been a consistent model that works for any particular position that you play. But being in sports nowadays, especially in basketball, having a position is pretty much meaningless nowadays. As long as you have 5 guys that are on the same page and you play ball and you have a proper shoe that works in every facet of your game, you're pretty much good to go. And this is actually one of the models to do it. From the support, the fit, the traction, and the materials itself, this is a wonderful build of a shoe. I do highly recommend for those who probably don't need that extensive cushioning or haptic feedback like I personally would. But if you do like a really low ground game, like to stay low to the floor and like to feel the court, this is one particular model that is definitely for you. For those who are big men who require a little bit more, I guess, cushion stability, you might want to look somewhere else. But however, this is one of the more consistent shoes on the market today, and I really commend Jordan Brand. So hopefully, I guess with the minor adjustments in terms of when they, work on the cushioning and when they evolve it, it's definitely something to look forward to for Jordan Brand upon the next model. So cheers to you guys, and thank you for creating a wonderful shoe to play in. That's it from me, Stanley T from WearTesters.com, providing you the performance review of the Air Jordan Superfly 2017. If you have any questions, make sure you leave a comment down below in the comment section of the video. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and if you have any other questions, you can hit me up on my social at TSEStanley23 on Twitter and or Instagram. And other than that, if you need any news or sneaker related performance reviews and all that info, make sure you hit up WearTesters.com, because we have all your latest info there. Other than that, that's pretty much it for me, Stanley T from WearTesters.com, signing out. Peace. Thanks for watching.